Hey folks, Deano here again, and this time we've got a bit of a doozy. UI Goku was pretty decent, but this guy, not so much. Yeah, this is yet another of the new round of figures from this resurrected no-name company. And yeah, in terms of hits and misses, I would definitely say this one is a complete miss. Like, this figure, I'm not even joking, is a complete Frankenstein of different parts. But first of all, let's take a look at the box again, shall we? This time they actually left the Dragon Ball Super Broly movie logo on it. Rest of the legalese, I really don't understand why they leave the legalese of all things, like the copyrights. I mean, you took everything else off, except the one thing that says it's copyright Bandai. I don't really get that. But yeah, you will notice red in the back, which means it's part of the same company. Grainy picture. Even grainier pictures on the back. Yeah. This is definitely a fun one. And one that I was unfortunately quite disappointed in, because I kind of wanted this guy to stand in as a Super Saiyan God Vegeta from the Broly movie. But I think this thing's gone right in the bin, to be honest. In terms of accessories, he comes with folded arms. You will notice something strange about these folded arms, but we will come back to it. He comes with a pair of Final Flash / Kamehameha grippy hands, pair of martial arts posy hands, pair of Ki Blast hands, and a thumbs up hand. Now we get to the fun part, because the eagle-eyed of you will notice that this guy doesn't have the new head sculpt. No, he has the 1.0 head sculpt, which is very, very bizarre. I'll be honest. So yeah, here's a quick comparison, just to show you. Even the shoulders, like, this thing is a Frankenstein. Honestly, they would have been cheaper getting this guy, but instead they've used an old mold from years ago, chopped it to bits, and somehow made a very bad copy of this guy. But yeah. In terms of faces, he comes with that one, which is decent. I mean, they actually do have the hair colours pretty much spot on. It's that sort of turquoisey colour with the glittery, shimmery through it, that sort of thing. Yelling face, where the eyes are a bit all over the place. And bizarrely, another yelling face, which, if you look closely, isn't actually the yelling face. This is the getting choked by Frieza face that came with the Scouter Vegeta, because you can just about make out the sweat marks on his face. So yeah, very strange so far. Smirking face they've given to the Super Saiyan God head sculpt, which again, official, fake. Not even the same sculpt. Apologies, I had this head on a 1.0, so the pegs didn't actually fit. But yeah, very, very strange. Last accessory, as always, He came with stand. So, yep, 4 for 4 on stands for these figures. Let's move that out of the way. And take a look at this monstrosity. So yeah, at first glance you think, well, he's got a few 1.0 parts, but that can't be all bad. Oh god. Apart from the torso and the hip and groin section, he's pretty much all 1.0, which is why he looks so weird and doesn't quite fit together properly. I mean, you can see inside they've not even used the right butterfly joint. I'm pretty sure that's a Goku butterfly joint, which is why it's that colour. This guy was definitely an afterthought in their factory. They realised they had a load of parts lying around and just thought, why not? Let's give it a go. I mean, you can see right up his torso. It's not even the right way. But yeah, the shoulders are 1.0, arms are all 1.0, just done in the darker colour. The neck is also 1.0, hence why it doesn't fit like at all. The hips, you might be thinking, oh, those are 2.0s at least. Nope. They are fake 1.0s. 1.5s, let's call them, because it's an old school drop down hip section that they've hidden inside the 2.0 system. You can tell because you can literally pop it down. I mean, honestly, if they were going to do a fake 2.0, why not just use an OG 1.0 Vegeta and be done with it? Like, this thing looks horrendous. Honestly. And then the arms just popped out because it's not in the right spot and it's not in the right place. The legs, I'm not even sure. Are they 2.0 legs? No, because there's no thigh rotation. So these legs literally barely move back and forth. Fun. What else? The feet are 2.0s. The feet are from the Broly movie. But yeah. At least, well, I was going to say at least they've got the arms on the right way around, but they don't. I'm pretty sure this sticky out part, I'm not sure what it's called. I don't know anatomy. I'm pretty sure that's supposed to be on the outside. Let's have a look at the 2.0. Yep, you can just see it there. So yeah, arms are on back to front. I didn't even notice that. For some strange reason as well, the bottom of his torso, the armor piece, is solid, whereas on the official, it's hollow. So yeah, for whatever reason, they've completely overdone it on the re-engineering part, to the point that absolutely nothing seems to work. There is a ball joint in there, but for some reason it's offset, so even the chest doesn't look right. Oh god. I hope this company doesn't go out of business because they're too funny. Like, I haven't had bootlegs this bad, this one specifically, in years. And if I remember correctly, the no-name company really liked their Vegetas. So if it is that company, I am honestly not surprised that they butchered a Vegeta this badly. Like, honestly, all they had to do was take a 1.0 Vegeta and colour it in the Broly movie colours. I mean, it would have done just as good a job and been better looking than this, at least. Because let's be honest, if someone is looking for a decent stand-in, they're not looking for a mishmash of parts. Like, you either do it or you don't. You don't do it halfway in between. Yeah, enough of ranting. Let's take a look at articulation, shall we? So he looks side to side. His Adam's apple stops him from going any further. He can look up a decent amount, apart from the fact that he sort of breaks his own neck. He can look down, decent amount. Side to side, pretty good. Full rotation there, can go up that far. Bicep, elbow articulation, sorry, can just about get standard rotation. A normal joint at the wrist, actually something normal. This joint does technically work, but if you actually want it up, like, that looks bizarre. And it can't pop down, so you're either stuck with him hunchback, or you're stuck with the stomach looking really weird, because you're never supposed to see that far up. Waist articulation does at least move. The fake 2.0s can at least get him the splits, so that's something. Can kick out that far, kick back perfectly fine. Double joint at the knees, and his feet. Yeah, in fact, yeah, that's it, was it? These are indeed 1.0 legs. Like, the entire thing, not just the top. Because the feet aren't on, like, that sort of weird diagonal hinge that the newer Vegetas are on. That one just pops straight in. So yeah, toe articulation doesn't go up, but it does go down. I mean, at least they got it half right. It can do a kind of ankle pivot. But yeah, in case it wasn't obvious, guys, I'm not going to be recommending this figure. Like, to be honest, when I first seen this, I thought it was just the old bootleg Vegeta that Legend Creation made, where it was sort of fake 2.0 articulation as well, but looked more like the official. But yeah, I honestly just hope that Tamashii come out with an official Blue Vegeta again, because it's not fair that the only Blue Vegeta 2.0 and 1.0 that we've ever got were both web exclusives, so no one can get them ever again, because they won't re-release them, because for some reason Tamashii thinks if they make things web exclusive, that means you can never swap them about, and that's that. So yeah, if anything, guys, I know Demoniacal Fit are coming out with a Blue Evolution Vegeta shortly. I think it's actually due out this month. Hopefully I get it. I did get in contact with them to see if they would like drop me a little sponsor, but either way, it will come at some point this month. So yeah, guys, until next time, I shall see y'all later.